Oh,
Welcome back to Piece of Work with Danielle Tantone. I'm Danielle Tantone, and I'm here with my friend Brian Golub. We have been friends.
I'm
I'm
smiling.
sitting outside in Gilbert, Arizona. It is December 30th, and it's
Yeah,
like maybe 75 degrees
yeah,
outside. It's actually very warm. It's strangely bright, even though
yeah.
it's a cloudy day. It's like brightly cloudy.
And the lights are showing all of the.
All our wrinkles.
So you're welcome. You're welcome.
And we've been friends since we were little kids. We went to high school together. We were in choir and theater and stuff in high school
And
together.
by little kids, you mean 3 years old,
Yeah,
5 years
like
old,
you were three and I was five,
tiny.
3.5 and I was five. I think I'm a year and a half older than you.
Yeah.
Um, and then we kind of we went. I didn't see you for many years, and then we went ended up in high school together, and we were both involved in theater and stuff. And then, now it's some amount of years later, we both have had a big birthday recently. You a little more recently than me.
Turned 50 in September.
Yeah. And what does that feel like? How does it feel to be 50 but still a
Still,
kid at heart?
yeah, right. I've never thought about I mean, I always think about my age, but I've never like worried about my age. 50 was the year I went, oh shit. Can I say shit
Yeah,
on
you
here?
can say shit.
Oh shit. Wow, 50 is
I'm
monumental.
actually like getting a little old or
Yeah.
something.
It's like an actual monumental age where you're like, okay.
Yeah,
However, I feel like I'm 30,
I know.
maybe 25.
I'm the same way. It's unbelievable to me
I was just
how I
doing a
could be
job
50.
and some girl who's 20 something was like, okay, you're 50. Like, how old do you feel? And I said, I don't know, 35. And she's like, I said, okay, 25. She's like, that tracks. I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay, actually,
Yeah, like
yeah,
half the time I still feel like I'm 19. Like I
right.
don't even know what I want to do when I grow up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, because I keep doing
A million, you have
500 things.
18 careers in one. Um,
So speaking of career, I don't know if I mentioned that Brian is one of my few friends. I have a couple who is an actual working actor. So having grown up in like musical theater and all that, that's pretty neat. And that's like the dream that many of us imagined living, and not
yeah,
very few of us actually pursued it
I know
and
it's
stuck with it.
I mean, I've lived in New York for 27 years,
It's
almost
unbelievable.
28 years now. I moved there in 1998, so close to 28 years. And that's not possible because I am only
I
25,
know.
right?
How is that
But
possible? And I was there at that same time. I was
yeah,
there. I lived there from 99 to like 2001.
yeah,
And I don't know how that's possible
I know.
that was that many years ago. Because, yeah, we graduated from high school like a few years ago, I feel like.
Like yes, last month. I mean, I think that part of it is because my career is all about like playing and having fun that I get to play on stage and I get to like be so youthful. And none of my roles are I don't actually play 50-year-olds on stage because
Mhm.
I don't read 50.
No, you don't.
Um, and so I'm keeping myself young by dancing and being active, and I teach yoga, so I'm doing all that kind of active stuff and hiking around the world. And so I'm like always doing something to keep
Mhm.
myself active that I feel mentally young, sometimes not as
Not as
physically young.
physically, it's starting to.
Sometimes you wake up and I go, oh God, I hurt.
What did I do? I
Like
just
literally
eat
last night,
wrong
this
and
morning I
literally.
woke up, I went, oh God. But it's okay. It's okay. I made my bed and I pulled my back. That happens. But New York, like living in a big city keeps you so young. I mean, you live there, you
New
understand.
York has so much energy, such a
Yeah.
buzz. And my daughter recently went and visited, and she was just like we were talking about that undescribable thing about New York. It's like, even though I love the wilderness and I love
Yeah.
nature, New York is a whole different kind of vibe, and
It's a different beast.
it's so cool. It
And
has
at
all its
work,
negatives, but it has so many
so
positives.
many positives. And I think I also work with so many 20-year-olds that are coming out of college that I just like I gravitate towards that youthful energy and then
Same.
keeps me young, you know?
Same. Yeah, having become a nurse later in life, I was going through nursing school with people half my age, and I just
Right.
didn't feel that much older than them.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I
yeah.
feel the same way. I think we've kept in touch all these years, and I had forgotten that, yeah, we reconnected almost 30 years ago when
Yeah.
we both lived in New York, and then you stayed there, pursued the dream. And then we've always stayed in touch. Like social media makes that easy, so I kind of see what's going on in your life, and I know your family.
Right.
I think I can say that I recently helped your mom with Medicare.
Yeah, you could probably say that. She doesn't care.
Yeah, so
She's old. My mom.
So it's just so interesting. Your sister and I recently we got to celebrate a reunion concert with our choir. It was like the 40-year reunion of our high school choir
Yeah.
program, which is quite a I think it was quite a spectacular program even when we were well, the sun just came out so
More
bright.
wrinkles, more wrinkles. The thing is funny is this trip I was home for the holidays and I met up with a bunch of college friends, which was we graduated in 98. I graduated college in 98. So almost 30 years ago. And I met up with high school friends. And I'm just like sitting there to yesterday and the day before I met a bunch of them and I was like, how are we still like so young at heart? I don't
Hmm.
understand it. And we're still like 35 years later, I've met these people and I'm like,
It's
they're in our
unbelievable.
lives. It's wild. It doesn't make sense. But the thing is, I think that you were saying in your other, what you were mentioning in your last podcast maybe was this idea of just like continuing going forward and moving, keeping going, keeping the flow of things and keep moving. And I think
Mhm.
that is like such a motto for me to keep active and mentally, emotionally, all of it because it just stops otherwise.
I think that's the key. Yeah. I think flexibility. I talk a lot about resilience, and the book that I'm working on is about resilience. And I'm talking about it like mentally and emotionally and all that, but it's important physically too. Like, and resilience isn't just about strength, it's about like flexibility and bouncing back. And like,
Yeah.
so you can think about it physically and mentally. I think when you're literally jumping, doing cartwheels on stage,
Yes,
like
yes.
that keeps you young. And when you're constantly, with acting, even if you are 22, there it requires a lot of resilience.
Oh
You
my
have to
gosh.
be able to take rejection. You have to be
Yeah.
able to, just go with the punches, be spontaneous. The fact that we're even doing this podcast, if I knew,
In my
I
mother's backyard.
yeah, we're in your mom's backyard in Gilbert, a golf course view.
Yeah.
When I thought about asking you to do this morning, I knew that if there's anybody that would be comfortable just speaking on a microphone on camera with very little notice, it would be
Why
you
not?
because
Why not? Yeah.
you're used to doing things.
Yeah, I think that uh people get like beat down by lots of things like with rejection and especially my business and in life and other jobs and it can make you feel um less fluid if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order just to keep going, you just like take it and let it peace out and then there'll be another rejection tomorrow. But I get
Mm-hmm.
to look forward to lots of rejections
Yep.
instead of this one. I
And
mean,
then
my
once in a
business,
while
yeah,
you
once I
win
get a
and you
yes.
get to
Yeah.
be on stage and have
Yeah.
people applaud you.
I mean, what a job, right? You walk
Yeah.
out on stage and people literally scream and
And
clap.
you get to share your beautiful voice with the world.
Thank you.
He does have a beautiful voice. Maybe we'll get him to
You.
sing for us.
Okay.
Wow, I
Thank you.
thought.
Kidding, kidding, kidding. Um,
Maybe we'll even kind of think of something we can sing off the cuff. We should have thought of that
we didn't.
before we started, but
There's no thought behind
like
it.
from high school or something.
I
But
kind
we'll
of wish somebody would just pop up behind this fence and be like, "What are you guys doing?"
All right, what are we starting to ask you? So what is it like to be a working actor in New York City? You know, how does it compare to the dream vision of that? And what's the reality of that
The
like?
reality of that is going back to lots of rejection. The
Hmm.
reality of that is finding something else that keeps you afloat financially, um, in order to do what you want to do. Because 99% of my career is auditioning,
Hmm.
like truly 99% of it is auditioning, um, and hoping to get work and working and taking class and doing all that kind of stuff. And the reality is you find another job to pay your bills until you get the job that pays your bills and you figure out how to like make ends meet,
Yeah.
truly. I mean, I am fortunate. I live in a beautiful apartment and
You own your
I own my
apartment.
apartment. I've done well in my career. I've been there so long time, very long time, and I've worked consistently every single year for 27 years,
So nice.
which is amazing. I've been fortunate in that. So it hasn't like there's always like the struggling actor. I've never felt like, oh my God, I'm never gonna make it, or how am I gonna make that happen? I just do things until I get the yes that I want. I just make it. I just keep working.
And making it, I think, looks differently than how you might have thought making it
Sure.
looks. Like,
Yeah.
you have made it and yet you're still always making it. Like that's the one thing about acting is like you make it and then you're in that show and then that show's over and then you have to make it
Yeah,
again. It's
correct.
not like
And like I've
you
thought,
never arrived really. You
no,
just keep going.
there's many goals I still have want to achieve.
Like what?
I mean, like to do a long running Broadway show would be great, you know. I've been on tour for 9 years straight, and international tours and national tours and
Wow.
TV and film and commercials and print work, and I even recorded in a boy band once. And I'm on a Grammy nominated album that I had a solo on. Like
That's so
I've done
cool.
a million things, but to me, they're still like, well, you haven't done this one thing yet,
You're
and
not
that's not successful.
really on Broadway on a
Right.
long, but that would be
Right.
cool.
And that makes me go like, oh, I'm not that successful. I don't say that, but I've thought that. And
Yeah.
people go, you've had a crazy successful
You've
career.
literally been able to make a living
Yeah.
from your art, which is very
Yeah.
hard as any type of artist. So,
For
but
almost
yeah,
30
you're
years.
right. There's always like a different level that you're like, well, I haven't done this.
Right. I haven't become the CEO of the business that I
Hmm.
wanted. You know, that's the thing.
Exactly.
It's like one more step. And then once I get that, we're good. We're golden. We'll retire, honey.
Speaking of that, you were telling me about like hanging out with some friends of ours from high school that are like living in like this multi-million dollar
Lavish.
house. And like,
Yes.
it's so funny because it's easy to say, like, I hear that and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have pursued that kind of career, like where I would definitely be making a much bigger salary and
Yeah.
have, it should be more about money. And that hasn't been my experience either. So yeah, it would be nice to have that kind of success in any one
Yeah. I
thing.
mean, in any one thing, sure.
Oh my
But
gosh, I can't believe how hot it
I know it's
actually
really
is.
warm now. Now we're sweating.
You
Now
actually should be wearing bikinis.
we need the crew to come and put. But
Some powder our
yeah,
noses. I'm
we
gonna get
just cut,
sunburned
and you're wearing a bikini. I'm wearing a speedo. That's it. We're just like, welcome back to Gilbert, Arizona,
in December. It's
in
almost
December.
January.
Yeah,
I
the
can't,
sunburn.
this is
I
unbelievable.
was in the
Even
pool yesterday.
even for Arizona, this is
Yeah,
unseasonably warm.
yeah. I was at the Omni Hotel yesterday in Scottsdale, thinking, how do people? This is another lifestyle. Like, right? They're spending $500 a night on a hotel, and I'm like, ooh, wow. So, I mean, it's funny because yes, I say this to my friends all the time. Like, this has been a great career, and I've had an amazing time, and I've done well, but financially, you're like sometimes like, wow.
Yeah, I could have maybe done something a little more lucrative, but you
But
still
would I have been
you
happy? I don't
still
know.
could. Like, who
Yeah.
knows? I mean, if you could still become like a movie star, like a
I mean, let's
famous
hope.
movie star. Or
Is there
something.
a bug on
It's
me?
just a fly.
Um, yeah, it literally just takes one thing, you know, and money isn't everything, but sure, money does.
What if this isn't recording? That would
Could you
be so
imagine?
crappy, but it is what
It
it
is
is.
hopefully it's recording.
Hopefully it is. I managed to do two episodes so far on my own, and they both recorded. So hopefully
Could
it's
you imagine? Oh,
recording.
it says look at
Okay,
microphone's moving, so it
good,
must be recording.
good.
Um, if not, we just talked for nothing.
But yeah, we were just I was at the JW Marriott Hotel Resort with my family last
Uh-huh.
week. We went there for like a little pre-Christmas thing with my family. And yeah, it is.
It says
It's
recording. Yeah.
recording. It's just asking if we want to
Yeah.
do the AI companion, which
Yeah.
we're good. We don't need to do that. And it was the same thoughts, like just, yeah, this whole other lifestyle that is so unbelievable. But
Right, but then I think, wow, I'm 50 years old. I'm single. I have a successful career. I have done well. I've invested and done the things I need to do to set myself up, and I feel completely confident, feel great.
mhm,
Whereas some people are in relationships and rich and 50 or
and
older
miserable.
and miserable, and they're
Absolutely.
not doing anything they love doing. They're not doing anything they want to do. They're not with a person they want to be with, but they're just in it to be in it, right? Not to get all that, but like
No,
there's
that's
a
so
lot of
true.
that happens, and I am like I'm so thankful for my life, the way that I've set it up, and the way that I have uh decided to live, you know?
I'm I hear you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. Like, yeah, what if the second half of my life just looks really different and I'm just live pursuing the things that I really want to pursue instead of the things that I thought I was supposed to
Yeah,
pursue.
exactly. Right. Like hopefully I have 50 more years. Like that's a lot of
Yeah.
years.
And realistically, we could
Yeah,
because we're both, we live a healthy lifestyle. We could also have something that kills us tomorrow, and
right.
that's
Or
like
somebody will regenerate and we'll be able to live till 200 or something. I don't know.
I was on a plane a couple weeks ago, or I'm trying to think when was I? Oh, I was on the plane like a week or two ago, and I remember thinking as it took off, there was some turbulence, and I remember thinking, you know what? I've lived a good life. Like I don't want to die at all. Like I really have a lot of things I'm still working toward. But if I died today, I will have lived a good life. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't have any, I can't say I don't have any regrets.
Right.
I do have some major regrets, but I, I think that's like the key to life is like living a life so that if you did die tomorrow, and not to get morbid
Oh
on
my
us here,
God.
but
I
like,
say it all the time. I mean, I also work, I'm a death doula as well as my business. Like
okay, I want to hear more about
I'm a
that.
massage therapist, Reiki healer, death doula, yoga teacher. So I have a wellness business as well, which just kept me
And it's called Uncle Brian. And that they
UncleBrianWellness.com.
can find you. Yeah, where can they find you online?
BrianWellness.com, UncleBrianWellness.com. One word, UncleBrianWellness.com.
All
Just
right.
kidding.
So tell us, and it's Brian B-R-I-A-N.
IAN. But
Can you
my
tell
thought to
us
that, I would
the
tell, yeah,
death
yeah,
doula thing?
is did a bunch of paperwork for myself to set myself up, like in case something happens. And literally, I wrote, oh no, this is a really funny story. Can I tell you this
Okay, yeah,
funny?
of course. This is
This is a funny
off
story.
the cuff, whatever
This
comes
is
up.
morbid, but I'll just talk about it anyways.
That's okay.
I know a person that fell and hit their head walking their dog, and they went to bed and they did not wake up the next morning. They died.
Wow, that's crazy.
That same night, I got this information. I'm at my house. I'm not laughing about that. I'm at my going about to go to bed, and I'm fixing something with my sheets, and I went to lay back, and I have this headboard, and I banged my head
So,
so hard on the back, a ball, like a ball
oh
hit,
my
and I
God.
went, well, now I can't go to sleep because this is literally the same day that I just died, right? And I was like, I'm gonna stay up for an hour just in case. So I'm like laying in bed, like, hope I don't die. I wrote a note and put it on my bed, my next to my bed, and I said,
Just in case.
just in case I don't wake up, I hit my head very hard. Please do not be sad. I lived a wonderful life. I'm happy that
Oh,
and I literally was like, I wrote that and it was like so morbid, but also like I've had an amazing life, and not that's and I've had lots of ups and downs. Trust, there's been so many things
yep.
that are not good that happen, but if you can get to the point, at least for me, where if the plane blew up, you're like,
All
okay.
right.
I
Well,
mean, those people are gonna be sad. I'm not.
yeah.
Like, it's gonna be. It's
Hmm.
you. I've had a really amazing life, and that has kept me. That's kept me youthful and feels like I could live another 100 years if I needed to. You
Totally.
know?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I could.
Yeah. Um.
Maybe not 100, although
Oh
unless they
God,
do some major advances in,
I'll be so sore. Never get out of
wellness
bed.
medicine. Yeah.
Right. But the death doula stuff, that wellness business is. I mean, what do you want to know about it? Like,
Oh, what do you do? Like, how did you find out about being a death doula? What is a death doula for those of us who
yeah.
may not know?
Uh.
I know about a birth doula. I'm a labor and delivery and
Yeah. It's the
postpartum
exact
nurse.
same
So,
thing, just the opposite side of it.
how do you, yeah, what do you do as a death doula? What does that entail and how do
So my
people?
friend wrote a book, not wrote a book, read me something. What's her name as an author? Laura Pedicle, Ooh, somebody.
If we've come up with it,
Yeah,
I'll post it
yeah,
in the
yeah.
show notes, but
Laura, I forget her name. And she was talking about this thing, and I was like, bing, 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 bing. I want to do that. And I just, there's many there's many parts of it that you can do, but it's basically, and the doulaing part is like the birth doula is helping people emotionally, um, holistically or transition,
interesting.
and it's being there for their family and for them and sitting vigil or helping them with paperwork before they get to
I
that
actually would
point,
probably really love
or
that too,
oh yeah,
honestly.
you'd be great at it, and helping them get prepared for dying and death, for seeing
Hmm.
stuff, for sitting with the family, for doing what I want to do, which I haven't got to do yet, is called, like, we do like living funerals,
Hmm.
like celebrations of life while they're still
Totally.
alive,
Absolutely. I love that.
which is the best idea. Uh-oh, something just went down. Look.
Oh, it's because my phone is ringing and it's
Oh,
connected. I didn't put it on Do Not
edit it.
Disturb. Let's see.
Oh, is it still
Is
going?
it still recording?
Oh, it's still going.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, because just editing it isn't so easy when you don't have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a crew helping you. So
yeah.
hopefully it's still recording.
Celebrations of life and all that. Yeah, it's recording. I see the microphone.
Okay, good.
Um, and just like
Complete.
being with people as they go, and they sit with them and be a part of
Do Not Disturb.
their journey. Um,
Keep going.
and yeah, I mean, I think it's such an amazing, people that I've talked to said, "Oh, I wish that I knew that existed before him, because I didn't know that I needed that, or my sister needed that, or my mother needed that, or whatever, and we didn't have anybody like that, you know?" So we try to sit there and just be the same as a birth doula, just to be a support. There's not medical whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
on our end. There's not medical stuff behind it, but you're taught to help to clean the body and figure that kind of
That's
stuff.
super cool. I started pursuing being a hospice nurse and I didn't really love it, but I didn't actually end up working with anyone who's actively dying, but I've been there for a few actively dying people,
Yeah.
both a friend and a couple people that were patients. And I do find it strangely beautiful,
Yeah.
like the circle of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I would love to do that. But yeah, what I found was the hospice nurse job was actually too clinical and too much about charting and like
Mhm.
less about all that stuff, which
Yeah.
is the emotional part.
Yeah.
And in fact, I've said it several times, if I had realized that I could have actually done what I dreamed of doing as a labor and delivery nurse was actually more of the job of a birth doula,
Mm-hmm.
then because I
Then you might have
really
done
love
that.
that emotional side of it almost more than the clinical nursing side of it. But I do love what I do as a nurse too. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
just an interesting thing. That's very cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of what that's another, that's like, that has helped me, kept me, my whole wellness business has kept me
Afloat.
afloat and grounded versus this crazy acting business that's like me, 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 me. I get to go like you, and it's
Yeah,
about them, which
absolutely.
is kind of cool balance.
And then you teach yoga too.
I'm a yoga teacher.
That's neat. Do you do it like do you do act like in-person classes or do you do
I
online
haven't
or
done it in
both?
a minute. It's always been in person, and like in a class or
Okay.
private students, but mostly class stuff,
Nice.
which I'm getting back into.
Well, that's what's great about all that is it's so flexible. Like it's
Yeah.
entrepreneurship is not exactly solid either. Like
No,
it's just as
no.
inconsistent sometimes as
Right. I found another career that I still have to
yeah.
hustle. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
That's
And it's not easy finding dying people to help.
no
Like it's
that you're
weird.
like, yeah,
Like,
because you
can
have to like
anybody dying?
advertise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here I am. I'm a death doula. Yeah.
Anybody want help? But massages people always want.
That's
So
the strangest thing about being an entrepreneur. Like, yeah, especially if you're like I was at one point gonna come up with I was working on a resilience program for breast cancer survivors.
mhm.
And then at one point I was like, well, maybe I'll focus on divorced women. And yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's like, I
The
don't,
worst
do I
breast cancer
really want to
survivors.
like, do I really want to just be talking to divorced women all the time? Do I really want to, and how do I put my message out there without it being like me, 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 me? Because it's like the balance between marketing yourself, marketing your business that you want to help people, but it's
Right.
also, it can be
It's
tricky.
tricky, very tricky.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so 50 is not what we thought it would
50
be.
is not what we thought it would be. We're ready to die if we have to. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm getting on a plane. I'm getting on a plane today. So universe, I'm just joking. I'm
Yeah, we
living
don't
another
want to
100
die.
years. We don't want to die yet.
You
Um, career acting is hard.
you can get
Um,
sunburnt in Arizona
in
in December.
December. And what else?
I don't know. Is there anything else? Okay, so living the dream, high school. So when you were in high school
Yeah.
and you dreamed about your career, like how? So you said there's still some things you want to accomplish to feel like you've truly
When I
made it.
first moved to New York, I said, I'm going to, hi mom. When I first moved to New York, I said I was going to be in New York for 5 years, get on Broadway in 5 years, move to,
We're recording.
we're recording something.
It's okay. She's so cute.
um, I texted her to say, not come out and say hello. And she did anyways. That's
She
Cheryl
probably
for you.
didn't. She
Here's for
probably
you to
didn't
see it.
see the text.
Um, I said I would move to New York in 5 years. I would be on Broadway. I would then move to the West End in London, beyond the West End, which is New York, Broadway in London, if you don't
Yeah.
know that. Then for 5 years. That's 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And moved to LA and be a superstar.
A
We're
movie
now
star.
27 years later,
You're
and
still
we're still in New York without a Broadway credit.
wait, yeah.
But I've done
You've
many
done
Broadway
this already,
concerts.
right?
I've
Yeah.
been off Broadway and I've sung in like 5 Broadway concerts, just never like a long running Broadway show. But
That's super
you know what?
cool.
Your dreams, they look
They
different.
evolve and
Yeah.
life doesn't always go the way you
No.
expect it to.
And you try and you do what you can, and then it's not all up to you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you as much as you can make it or want to make it. But yeah, I mean, I still knew that I'd be traveling the world. I've lived in Korea for 7 months doing a show. I traveled the country. I've seen every single state in the United States.
So cool.
Um, I've done amazing things. I mean, I've done like f- major movies, been at red carpets in LA, and been in recording studios with stars and Grammy I mean, it's
That is
stupid, it's
pretty
crazy.
pretty
So
amazing.
when I stop back and I stop and think about those things, is when I realize, okay, yes, I've done what I want to do. Just
Very
because you've not
cool.
done one thing doesn't mean you haven't done what you want to do?
Yes. Yeah.
And I have to remind myself of that.
So what's next for you? Because you're still on your journey and
Huh?
you still there's it's not over yet.
Unemployment.
Your life is still lifing.
My life
Your
is still
story
life.
is not yet over.
I'm going back to New York tonight. Uh, and have some auditions next week,
Yay.
and pursuing this still. I have cl massage clients coming up next week. I have to figure out my dating life and see if I would like a partner or not.
Fair enough. I
Um,
can
yeah,
relate to that.
sometimes it's 50 is fine. 50
Yeah.
is fine to be single too. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. As far as that goes, that's my life looks different than I ever thought it would be, right? I thought I'd be with somebody and blah 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 for many, many years. Um, and it's okay to feel like, oh, I'm all right to not be too,
Hmm.
which is kind of a cool, freeing feeling to be as well, at my age. But New York is a crazy place to date and weird to date and fun, and
I can
there's
only
so many people
imagine.
that it seems like there's nobody. You know, if that makes
Yeah, it's
sense.
I imagine I'm sure. Yeah, I've having spent time there, I imagine it's like yeah, hard to connect. And in fact, even anywhere right now, it's like we're the most connected and the least connected. And then with the dating apps, everyone I am going to talk about that in a solo episode soon, but yeah, I feel like the dating apps are a tool to get into contact with people that you might not have gotten into contact with other that you might not have crossed paths with otherwise, but they add this whole weird layer of but otherwise, if there weren't those things, how would you even know? I mean, you'd have to rely on happening to be at the same bar or grocery store as somebody who also happens to be single and also happens to be looking for the same
Like
everything
back in
that
the
you're
day,
looking for
dating
that
apps
you
were
are.
just virtual bars now, is what I
Yeah,
call it,
basically.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been interesting and tricky, but listen, I'm just gonna keep
Keep
going
going
forward.
forward. I
That's
love
that's
it.
the word. That's 2026. Just
Go
keep
forward.
going forward,
Yeah, I love
step
that.
by step, honey.
My word, I'm still working on my word, but I'm thinking it's going to be exhale. Like
Mm,
just, exhale and go forward. And but kind of the same thing, like
yeah,
just almost like not relax, but like because I have some really exciting things that I'm pushing toward,
yeah.
but
Flow.
pushing in a very relaxed
Yeah,
way.
love that.
Um, All right. Well, so should we sing something? Is there anything that we could just kind of come up with right off
You
the
tell
bat?
me.
Like, I don't know. You definitely have a repertoire that is way bigger than mine. I don't sing with any regularity.
That's the funny part. Someone's tea is ready. You hear that?
It is hard when you're like when you can sing, but it's like there isn't like I don't just have like a repertoire of things. Like even if I go to karaoke, I have such a hard time finding a song that like could show off my voice a little bit and also I know the words and I know when to come in and I
Yeah,
know like
I
because
hate
you have to
karaoke.
know it pretty well. If you're an actual singer, it's like
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna do a shitty job of like
right, right.
anyway, what do you have any go-to songs in when you go to karaoke? Have you even gone to karaoke in the
I
last 20 years?
no, I hate karaoke. I don't. I get paid to sing. I don't want to do it for free.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. I do. I sing REO Speedwagon sometimes. I can't fight this feeling any longer. That song. Um,
Um
and that's it. That's all I ever sing at karaoke.
yeah. I do like I default to like some country songs like oh my gosh, I can't even think of any of them. I like ballads just because they're slower and easier to, whatever. I guess we can't think. There's got to be something that we could just like. What's something from like high school
Oh
choir?
my God.
Um,
Um,
how do we say goodbye?
that song. How
I don't even know what
how's
that
the
is.
rest of it go? I
When
don't
we
remember
never wanted
to
to.
end.
How can we? There's harmony though. I'm singing the harmony, I think.
I
How
can't
can we
remember.
just be? Okay, that's not going to work, obviously. Um,
Danielle could sing a solo for you next episode.
No, that's not fun. I want to hear you. Okay, maybe you should just sing something from your last show or something
No,
off the cuff
I
that you
don't
like.
have
What do
anything.
you feel comfortable singing? Just you do a solo.
No. Um,
What was your last show?
Little Shop of Horrors. Little
Yeah.
Shop of Horrors.
Little shop, little shop of horrors.
Bop, shoo-bop.
That's cute.
See? You got it. There we did. We sang.
That's all we can do. That's all I can do.
You sing
What role did you play in that?
Seymour.
Oh, that's fun.
Suddenly.
Suddenly Seymour
There it is. Lift up
is
your head.
stand.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sing
I
it.
mean, I don't think I
Suddenly
know it as well
Seymour.
as
Standing
beside
beside
me.
me. He don't give me orders.
That's awesome. Oh, maybe another time. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you did this with me, Brian. I think
Thank
this
you.
is good enough for now.
Yeah, it's great.
And this is my comeback attempt on this podcast. I started this podcast like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago,
Wow.
when I wrote my book. I published my book, and I was like, I think I should have a podcast to like mostly as like a marketing arm for my book. My book is a memoir. It's called Piece of Work, a Memoir. We're all a work in progress. No, sorry. We're all a piece of work, a work in progress, and a work of art.
Mhm.
And I love like the play on words, but I think it's so true that we're all a mess. We're all just figuring this out, but we're also a work in progress and we're also a work of art, even as we're in the middle of the messy middle, as I've been calling it.
And to find peace, Peac, in work is another thing, right? A
Yes.
piece of work and the peace in work is such a
Oh,
difference.
that's a beautiful addition
Yeah.
that I might
Sorry,
have
take
to.
it, but take it. Please.
No,
But it's
no,
such a true
I,
thing, right? Because you
it's,
can work and hate it, but if you can find the peace in work as well as that piece of work, like you're saying,
I
it's
love that.
interesting.
I love that
That was never
so
planned. We
much.
figured that out.
Yes, see, we were totally
You can use
spontaneous.
it. I won't take it. I won't take any percentage.
No, you
Kidding.
can you can have credit. I'll give you credit every time.
And I want to talk to you about a podcast eventually because I've been wanting to do one with my mom, like interviews with her every week
Oh, that
on
would be so
stories and lives
sweet.
and stuff like that. But I think there's people have those, but I'm curious how it starts. But we can talk about
It's
that off.
yeah, we can definitely talk about that. I would love to help you. It's actually, if I can do a podcast, anyone can. It's not that hard technically. I did have a studio that helped me when I first started. But I took some classes and stuff, but this time around, this is just me. I mean, we're literally in Brian's mom's backyard in Gilbert with this little microphone that I got on Amazon and my laptop computer recording on Zoom. So this is very, very low tech. I don't even know how to like mix in an intro and stuff. I do have those things, but we're just doing it low tech. This is the raw season of my piece of work
Good,
podcast.
good.
But I decided, like I said on my last episode, I decided to that just to start and to do it imperfectly, do it consistently, and just build it. And gradually I'll it'll get better and better. But I feel like I have some things to say and things to share, and hopefully this can make a difference in someone's life. Hopefully they can find some joy or some inspiration from the stories that I share. So that's the goal of this podcast, is just to share stories of real people doing real things and living life and kind of making the most of it. So, if you are interested in my book that's out so far, it's available on Amazon. It's called Piece of Work, a Memoir by Danielle Tantone. All of my social medias is just at Danielle Tantone. That's DanielleTantone. And Brian can be found. Do you have a website or?
BrianGolub.com, Golub, Brian with an I.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just out here trying to live life and enjoy things. And
Staying young.
so
And
glad that we got to reconnect
me
today
too.
and that you were willing to be on my little podcast.
Sure, of course.
And who knows, when you're famous and you're a famous Broadway star and I'm
You pull
who
this
knows
off and
what,
what
I'm
did
a
I got
a
once?
New York Times bestselling
Yeah.
author, we can say, remember that podcast we did? I'll bring you back on and we'll be like,
September 30th, 2025.
yeah, we'll be like, remember how cute we were when we were only 50 and we were like little kids?
73 degrees. Just wanted to see what it was.
73
73.
degrees. It feels warmer than that, honestly. It was this morning when I looked at the weather, it said
Uh,
it was 50 something and it felt like 40 something
yeah,
because it was really windy. Now it's
feels like
73 and it feels like 83. I mean, I'm
feels nice.
sweating.
Gorgeous.
Yes, it is nice. I wish I was wearing a bathing suit. All right, so we're signing off. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week. And if you liked this episode, or even if you kind of thought it was okay, share it with other people. I'm trying to get the word out. We're kind of just beginning. So, if you could do a review or just like it or download it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast, that means so much to me. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Amen. All right, where is the stop recording?
Right
There it
there.
is. Okay.